With the release of Shibarium on everyone's mind who owns a Shiba Inu, you can expect people to be glued to all the official Shiba Inu social media accounts. One of these sharp-eyed people saw a Satoshi Twitter update that has since been taken down, but they were able to take a screenshot of it before it was deleted. So in today's video, we'll talk about that and try to figure out what the tweet means and why it was deleted. Make sure you are there for this one. Before we get to that, there are a few other really exciting updates that we need to talk about. For one thing, March has only been here for a few days, but the demand for Shib has already gone up by a huge 95%. This means that 95% of Shib investors on Coinbase have the token set to buy, while only 5% have it set to sell. This shows that the vast majority of people who own Shibs think a price increase is probably coming soon and are more than willing to wait for it. Trying to figure out what makes people feel so optimistic. In 2022, analysts found that Shib buy sentiments reached a high of 98%, and around this time, people started talking about a Shibarium launch. So it looks like the fact that Shibarium is almost ready to launch is giving investors enough hope to keep their tokens and even buy more instead of selling. When you think about this, Watcher Guru says it sounds even more interesting. Also, Shib's average hold time went from 180 days on average in 2022 to 240 days on average in 2023. Because of this, investors are holding on to Shib for longer and not selling it to make quick money. Its 24-hour trading volume is also up nearly 16%, reaching $174 million in a day's trade. Right now, people who care about Shiba Inus have a lot of hope. Now, tell me in the comments if you are one of those who has high hopes for Shibarium. So, even though a lot of Shib holders are big on keeping their Shib tokens, there's another Shiba Inu token, Bone, that has been doing better. Even though there are fewer Bone tokens than Shib tokens, which makes it easier for Bone to pump, it's still impressive to see Bone get close to $2 per token. And the fact that it is the native token for Shibarium gives it even more power to fly with Bone as the native token for Shibarium. People will be more likely to buy the token because of this. Also, if you want to be a validator or delegator on Shibarium, you need at least 10,000 Bone tokens. That's a lot of tokens to buy, and all of those purchases would make the price of Bone go up. This doesn't mean, though, that Shib wouldn't gain anything. Remember that every Shibarium transaction will burn Shib. And the best way to make the price go up is to reduce the number of Shib tokens in circulation. I think that many people who own Shibs know this, which is why, as I said before, many people have chosen to keep their tokens. But these people may have decided to keep their tokens because a lot of people have already started making money from them. A crypto data compiler called OnTopTheBlock says that more than 400,000 Shib holders are making money right now. This is almost 3 times as many as were making money at the beginning of 2023. This is about 35% of the total number of Shib holders, which might not seem like much to some. But it's a long way from where we started at the beginning of the year. Also, this shows that Shiba Inu is still in the business of helping people make money. If you've been here long enough, you know that the rally in the first 2 months of 2023 is the reason for this crazy rise in the number of Shib holders who are making money. Shib went up by almost 50%, and many people who owned it made money because of it. So it's clear that many people who own Shibs expect a bigger version of this when Shibarium finally comes out. So, they chose to wait. If you thought this was really helpful, please leave a comment and tell your friends about this video. It really helps with YouTube's algorithm, which makes it easier for me to keep making better videos. Let's get to the point of today's video. First of all, I want to say how interesting it is that all of the news about Shiba Inus right now seems to be about Shibarium. Anyway, you look at it, the launch is going to be explosive. Straight to the point, Satoshi's cryptic tweets are nothing new to us. But it might be new that he deletes those mysterious tweets almost as soon as he posts them. Also, when you become a member, you can join a private group. Join me in a chat where we can talk about crypto gems, money, and success. Click the membership button if you want to join. The good news is that a Shiba Inu was able to take a picture of the tweet before it goes away. The only thing the tweet said was confirming to the maker. It was supposedly posted in the morning on March 1, so the tweet doesn't say anything about Shibarium. But I think many people have just assumed that it must have something to do with the launch of Shibarium. Even though that doesn't explain what Satoshi was trying to say in the tweet, here's an attempt to do so today. Satoshi Kusama and the Unification Fund are building Shibarium. At the end of December, Kusama said that he had met with developers from the fund to talk about the upcoming beta version of Shibarium and solve any problems with it. It's likely that Kusama hinted in his bio status that he had gotten in touch with Unification Fund again, maybe to finish things up. That sounds very likely. But if Satoshi was trying to tell us that he had talked to Unification Fund in the tweet, it raises a different question. Why did he take it down? Does this mean Shibarium still isn't ready? But if that's the case, why did he tweet in the first place? It's a whole thing, and I'd like to know what you think about it in the comment section below. Even though we might not be sure what the tweet means, we are sure of something else. Since Satoshi finally got the blue check mark, we know for sure which of his Twitter accounts is the real one. With this blue tick, scammers who tried to be Satoshi might be easier to avoid, at least on Twitter. So it's easy to see why so many people were happy about this new thing. Still, I can't help but say that we should still be careful. Remember that now, anyone who is willing to pay $8 can get the blue tick. So it's still possible to act like you're Satoshi. We need to pay attention to the number of people who follow the account, as well as the blue check mark. Keep in mind that it's your responsibility to keep yourself safe and take it seriously. Lastly, we've talked about how Shib could pump and make money for the hundreds of thousands of people who own Shib. But some analysts have done the work to show us how much Shib holders could make if Shib hits 1 cent. It seems that if you put $3,000 into a Shiba Inu right now, you would get back about $2.5 million. If the price of Shib goes up to 1 cent, $3,000 will buy you about 250 million tokens. And if you hold on to the tokens long enough for Shib to hit 1 cent, you could have $2.5 million in your pocket. The question now is when Shiba Inu will reach 1 cent. Well, I think we all know there's no way to be sure about this. Still, many of us hope that this will happen soon after Shibarium is released. But this is not about money. Before making a choice, you should do your own research. Another thing, it's important to not have expectations that are too high. There are trillions of Shib, and it would take Shibarium a while to burn enough of them to make the price go up. So it's important to keep our hopes in check and make them more reasonable. We've reached the end of this video. If you liked the video, please like it and don't forget to leave a comment in the section for comments. This helps me along with how YouTube works. Also, please let as many people as possible know about this video. Let's tell everyone about this.